We're gonna keep on talking, keep on walking, 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 walking in the freedom land. Oh yes, that's the way we have to do it. It's going to be those with the great vision that keep on walking that are going to make this into the marvelous country that it is intended to be. It's not going to be those that sit around arguing about small points of the law and small points of disagreement, but it's going to be those with great vision, those that are getting greater and greater vision all the time, that are going higher and higher into the mountaintop, looking over into the real promised land, the real promised land of abundance and prosperity for all, that includes everybody in that real harmony between all of the people of the country that is going to happen. But that's going to have to be those that are going for it, and those that have the real and true idea and the real and true vision and are willing to work hard to get there. So I want to see people working in together and communicating together as to how we are going to complete this vision and how we're going to have enough jobs and have enough occupations and professions and teaching positions, and how we're going to have enough trades and everything that will provide for people. How we're going to have plenty of medical care and plenty of low cost in our medical care, plenty of new medicines and plenty of new research. How are we going to put research scientists into the field? We have to really think about that. If we had put the money that we should have, and don't worry, I'm not going to get off into any negative, so just forget it if you think I'm fixing to start accusing somebody or getting off the negative. I don't do that here. But no one knew. But if we had put the money into the research, into science, research science, the way we should have years ago. I'm talking about years ago, before any idea of anything like we've seen today ever come about. If we had been practiced putting a lot of money into research and putting a lot of research scientists into the field, we would have been so far ahead in our scientific knowledge and our understanding of viruses of every kind. You know, we've understood a lot about it just in the last 20 years. It was better than, far better than what we had understood for the 100 years before that, or even the 10, 15, 20 years before that. It had doubled and doubled and doubled all of our understanding. And that's even without putting a lot of extra money into research. Just think about what we would have understood about the viruses and about the genome and about human aging and all these things if we had just put money into research like we was really looking to really preserve life, and like we was really valuing life, and like we was really wanting to reverse aging, and like we was really wanting to have a vision of medical costs going way down, diseases, the cure of diseases going way up. You see what I say in there? The medical costs go way down, and the cures go way up through enough scientific research, enough colleges and universities which will make that an emphasis and of training research scientists, because they'll know that the government is going to make sure that the funds are there for research. Look at all that we've had to spend after the fact when we on things which we could have prevented. Now, here's what I'm really trying to say. If you go up into a mountaintop, like MLK did, and look over into the real promised land, Don't stay down in the valley and just quibbling about small, deep things and stay in line, but actually go up into the mountaintop of vision to where you can see all these things. Then you will know how to accomplish all of these different cures and all these different raising the money for research and all these kinds of things. We will understand all that. But we have to have that vision. At some point I was getting ready to make, and it's slipped. Okay. But you think about that a while. You think about what we could have accomplished in the area of science, and the area of curing diseases, and the area of reversing aging. If we'd only made it a point years ago to put a lot of our funds that we have that we would have invested in them ahead of time into discovering cures of diseases and into generally working on the human genome and so forth and so on. Okay, now, what was that? Well, that's one of those things that you just put down. See, you know, I always do that. If it slips like that, I put it down in a notebook and I make a symbol up beside it and I say, the Lord's going to give me the answer to that at some future point. So, what you do now, then, is you think about what I was saying about the mountaintop and its connection to the cure of diseases. I'm going to stop and think about what that is.